So hello everyone once again, and I would like to say to you welcome to our university, and you are freshmen. Maybe some of other years of our students might watch this, but to all our freshmen, this video is kind of a little present, little motivational speech, little tips from our other students, from students who already experienced everything that you are gonna go through. And I am a third year student of computer science faculty. My name is Zhybek, and my task, my main reason to making this video is actually keeping you guys motivated and give you some tips how to handle the hard working, hard studying part of our faculty, because as you might guys know that our faculty and medical studying faculty is the most hardest, and our is needs to be we do actually need to work on our a lot of things to succeed in our classes, to be honest. This video will contain 6 different of parts. Like first one will be introduction, and then next one will be a little bit about our faculty, about our field, and what you're gonna do and how it's gonna work. And the next one will be my motivational speech, like what would I actually hear when I was in my freshman year. And the next one will be our little interview from our best and successful students, smartest students of my faculty. They would like you to give some interviews, give some answers to my questions and advices. Of course, there will be our teachers too, who would like to give you some tips how to succeed in their classes. Just kidding, no they won't, but they would like you to help, and no one's actually thinking about to fail you. No other teacher would think, okay, I'm gonna fail this student. So you in their classes, you will have to work it hard. So that's what they're expecting from you. And next one will be our outro, like the part when I would like to make a conclusion of our all work. And also I would like you to tell about my little first expression of my first year of computer science faculty. It's so what you need to know about our faculty. You might already been through this boot camp when you have to study a lot and you literally spend all day in walls of university, right? But this 2 weeks of boot camp, maybe it was 1 week or 2 weeks, I don't know, but in time when it started, actually my year was the first year of students who were experienced, who had the experience of doing this boot camp. And actually we had a lot of time, a lot of fun, and I cannot tell that it wasn't important, because it is really huge thing, and it actually shows how real computer science looks like how it is programming, and that you need to always be there, participate if you want to go through. Like in boot camp, if you even skip one day, you're not gonna be able to keep up with your group mates, as I know. And my faculty is and my experience in my faculty, by now I can say it's hard for sure. It's hard faculty. It's difficult to just it isn't one of those faculties where you just sit on lectures and retell what teacher tells you and you don't know. There is no way it's gonna end like this, because it's always so we have so much different kind of subjects in our schedule. For example, and of course there's always practical way, and you even learn how to introduce your project, how to even sell this project. Like our faculty isn't about management for sure, but in my first year I really had a good time. Okay, I gained a lot of experience in my subject where we were trying to sell our project. Like our teacher used to say us, you need to make a good presentation, and if we did, even if we tried and we worked so hard on our project and on our like presentation, he would still say, I'm not satisfied, because you need to guys show how to actually not like you need to try to sell me this. Like it was really tense, it was hard thing to do. And of course in programming part, first year we always have like the Python language, which is good for start because it's a bit how to say easier, yet it's so interesting one, and you have a lot of different ways to play with this language and make a lot of different things in this language. And as I know, our teachers in that time, it was really opening, like cool thing to learn as a first beginner, because Python has a lot of like gives a lot of opportunity to actually make something new, you know, even though it's like just a little code to run, but I still felt like, okay, this is what I like to do, this is like really giving me that vibe of my dream job. And that was my first expression of my boot camp. And also, yes, for sure, on our boot camp we had 30 years too, who was mentoring us over there, and they made sure that we, like freshmen, had social life. Like of course in computer science at the beginning it's always about over 100 people, and it is impossible for you to just be friends with everyone, so you need to be really careful on that, because yes, it is right that university time of your life is no doubt will be the funniest and the happiest time of your life, but yet you cannot forget about studying. That was the thing. And in first 2 weeks in our boot camp we understood this perfectly, because it was the thing about going to labs and start actually coding, working on what we had to do, like what we were told to do, and also listen to all lectures and be able to understand and ask something if we don't understand. It was the main reason of bootcamp. But at the same time, you guys need to not just be like super close, but you also have to find the really good friends, which is important. I don't know why people keep saying like computer scientists are mostly like introverts or something, because yes, it is actually important for you to focus on your thing, but you're still on society, you still have to find friends. So in these 2 weeks you will learn how to manage this social life, and then how to manage this like your studying life. That is important. For me, I am in third year already, so which means I went through pandemic time while being a student of our university. So we went to lockdown when we were in the middle of our freshman year and the first year, and all our second year, like last year, was totally online. And you don't understand how much actually we happy to see each other and be able to go to lectures and do some stuff in labs, because on pandemic time, especially for programmers, it felt so much tension, so it was difficult for us, to be honest, because in that time it was the first year of our studying, right? And time of our semester, second term, was a bit hard because it started offline and then we went online super fast. No one was ready for that, even though our teachers made everything to be professional. They actually did a really good job. They handled this perfectly, yet we were not not in that shape to be handle this much new things for us, I guess. So in this case, in second year, we faced so much problems, and I'm pretty sure some of my group mates, they did had the saddest moments, like depression moments for sure, because pandemic time didn't just go through without actually being part of our life. Is computer science and what is a programmer? You might be coming to our university out of just thinking, okay, like programmers makes a lot of money, so I'm gonna choose here, and or probably by listening to your parents' words about like what maybe they just said, okay, you should go there, and you went to IT. So firstly, what you need to understand that this career, this profession is too overrated, to be honest. And the understanding of how much hard work you need to put in this profession, in this career, is so underrated. Why I'm saying it's overrated? Because too many people came to IT thinking, okay, it might be just gonna work out, and I might start understand everything just after like first and second lesson. But no, it's not like this. It's a huge deal. It's a huge field of knowledge. Like there's a lot of different kind of careers in just of understanding, like computer scientists. And it's okay if you're not still like in freshman, of course in freshman year you still don't know, like in especially which part you want to go. It is totally okay, and you need to keep going. That's the my first tip. That's the first tip you need to understand. It's you have to keep doing what you need to do, because of course I know how it feels. I know that after one or second code, when you failed or when you get error, you feel like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or fine, I'm gonna ask someone, like someone will help me. No, no one will help you. Even though someone is helping you, it's damaging only you. This person who's helping you will not feel any damages after this, but only you're getting worse at programming after getting help. It's actually says a lot about your studying process, because if you don't want to study, if you don't want to spend your time on this, I don't know what are you doing here, right? So don't waste your time, don't waste your money. And maybe at first year, after if you work super hard and you know you did everything you could and you're still not getting this, it may be better for you to change your field. Yes, it sounds harsh, but it is true. So on my main part of this video, my motivational part, I would firstly like to say to you that you did everything perfect. You guys already made to this part of your life when you're actually going to study the thing that will make bread for you in the future, the thing that you're gonna earn money from this. So you need to understand how important these 4 years be for you, how each class, even like this Russian or Kyrgyz or geography classes, is really important for you, because you will succeed for sure. Don't even try to think like I'm gonna fail. No, you will succeed. You will be a big person one day, and you will remember these days with big smile on your face. Now I'm in third year and I'm already feeling nostalgic about my first year, about my second year. I had really fantastic freshman year with a lot of experience, with a lot of different kind of first subjects of my life that my teacher asked me question that no one ever asked, like what's I did a lot of new experiences, like I did a lot of new things. I even tried to solve my first project on our managing class, and I even that feeling when my first code run, I put like when my first code run, when my first code succeed, I cannot explain how much happy I was, even though it was just hello world. But this career, this field that I actually choose for my life, that I made a wise decision. It wasn't just a decision of thinking, okay, let's go to there. I don't know where to go. Okay, let's go to there. No, it was the one that I actually dropped out from other university, from other faculty to go here to study this field. So I did face a lot of different how to say different kind of different kind of difficulties with the first time managing how to keep up with studying everything, how to keep up with a lot of new things, new. As I was talking about, I did everything to get here, and it wasn't just a 1 second decision. I did it on purpose. I did it actually thinking, I am doing this. I am going to be a programmer. Of course, the first intention of doing it was like, oh, I'm gonna get paid a lot. But right after I felt like my code running and I got succeed there, that my first hello world, I felt like, wow, okay, this is interesting, and it gets so much interesting. It was new things, so we learned a lot of new things. It was I couldn't even keep thinking how actually numbers and just letters in right order makes really weird codes. Like, for example, when we first write our game, it was just numbers and letters, to be honest. Okay, it was just in special order, we made it. I know how to do, like, how each code works, but when everyone's together of this code, it's just felt so weird. Like, I watched it, how it started running and how my snake is going there, and I was like, damn, okay. That is really interesting. That is like what makes, I guess, people really happy, and what makes them what is interesting for programmers. I made a research about like motivational speech for students of computer science, and to be honest, most of them says the same, and I would like you to say the same, because it is important. Like, time goes, time passes, and the only main thing that you're gonna understand is how much actually it's important for you to doing what you're doing, as I said, and how much it's important for you to actually start doing it, for you to continue doing it, for you to make this as your habit every day, even though it's like just 1 hour, but you have to doing this. Keep writing this code. Of course, all like coding, it isn't about only talent. Programmers, it's about having that good basics of control yourself, of managing your time, of putting your priorities, to understand that you now you're investing in your future. Yes, that's it. Your time now that you have, that you think is like internal, you have so much time. Honestly, it isn't. So now you might feel, in freshman year especially, you might feel like, okay, I have a lot of time, I will do it tomorrow, it's gonna be fine, I will do it right before the class. Or if your code is not working, you might say to your teacher, okay, it wasn't working, it's not my fault, and etc. So in this case, you have to understand the one thing, that you are investing to your future now. University time isn't a joke. University time, it's a time when you're actually learning and building your future. Like how much you're gonna earn, who you're gonna be. This is everything is happening in the university. And to be honest, me myself, I made a lot of mistakes at first year, and I wish someone would came to me and say to my face this harsh truth about actually how much time is important. It isn't internal at all. It's just 4 years, and even like it's just one term. You might feel like, okay, in this term I will go through this class and it's good. I'm gonna forget this. It's not gonna be important. No, hell no, because everything goes step by step. If you're gonna fail this first programming class, if you're gonna fail this Python, you're not gonna be able to understand Java, like your next class at all. You have to at least know, at least understand how code works. And it's gonna take your time. Of course, you might feel like, not today. Like, especially after boot camp, when you feel like, okay, I've been working so much for 2 years and for 2 weeks, and now I'm kind of deserve to feel more free to hang out with my friends. No, it's not true. It's not the right decision at all, because it's actually just starting. In this 2 week, you see how actually programmers should work. Like, you should sit, if you want to succeed on anything, you should spend a lot of time, like that much time from 9 to 5. You have to spend that much time on coding if you want to succeed these classes. And on my first year, I did make mistake about like keep trying to do everything tomorrow, and putting this on tomorrow, never starting today. I did this mistake, and it was always like before our exams, week or 2 weeks before our exams, I felt like so much that I actually am too late to understand everything. That's what I felt, and I had to understand everything in so short term. So I had to just go through all the teams, go trying to make it all codes. Even though I did make all my codes on deadline, like on right the deadline, but still I wasn't making them and trying to understand what I just did. I was always about like, okay, I did it and fine. Yeah, it's okay even if I did like this. It was my huge mistake. Anytime, even you finished your code, try to understand, try to play with this. Like on my first serious, okay, not serious, but like on first a little bit bigger than just a hello world code. It was about calculator code in Python. And yes, I did everything. Yes, it was working, but I didn't felt like doing it or trying to improve this calculator. I didn't try to do better this one. I didn't try to add anything new to this. It was just like this. Okay, I made the basic, and I felt like it's fine. I'm gonna go and hang out with my friends, and I'm gonna have time for everything. No, it isn't true. It isn't right. So what you have to do is, after your code, try to sit there, don't go anywhere, just like it's you and your computer, and you understood the code, you made this, and you feeling like, okay, fine, I'm accomplished this, but still, please sit there and try to re-understand this. Like, try to actually remember how this code works. Try to understand the logic of this code. It will be way more helpful for you than you will say, okay, fine, and just go anywhere you want. And about other classes that we are having, like science classes, for example, physics and calculus. Of course, the first time, if especially you weren't that good at calculus and physics in your school, you might feel like, okay, this is too much information, and maybe you'll try to spend more time on them and stop coding, but it isn't right at all. To please learn about time management. Learn how learn putting your priorities. Like, first it should be, of course, coding, right? If you have some tasks to do of coding, please do this first. And then if you succeeded, understood this, play with this, you learn, and you can actually write this code on the way you want, on way you understood, without actually looking again on your first code. Okay, fine, you succeed on this, you understood this. Now you put it there. Next one, how you're gonna work on your other classes is pay attention to lectures. Please, it is so important to pay attention to lectures. You might feel like they're boring, right? Like after school, especially after 45 minutes of just a subject. Now you're spending way more time on this, but it is important for you. Because physics and calculus, you're gonna face it on your second year, right after the first year, you're gonna face everything and you're gonna actually work with them. So it's not the class that you're gonna think it's just for skipping. No way, it isn't. So keep working on them. Make researches, take notes at class, especially when teacher is explaining something to you. Try to take quotes, try to remember what he's talking about, even take a photo, but don't forget to write it down what you're taking on your phone, like taking a photo. And right after class, right after this kind of lecture classes, don't go nowhere, don't go running happily and going to eat somewhere. No, firstly, okay, teacher is gone, and ask yourself, what did we learn? Like, what was the main reason of me coming to this special class? Like, if you guys were learning matrices, maybe try to remember what teacher was saying. On this time, on this kind of moments, your brain starts working so hard because it's trying to remember actually what this teacher was telling to you for 80 minutes right before he left. So you'll maybe remember even more stuff that you were thinking about in class. So right after class, try to remember, write it down, everything. Go through your notes and say, okay, this is what we've been learning. This is I remember, this part is fine, and if you have some questions, write it down over there. Don't go anywhere, just write it down right after your class. If you have some questions, or go to write to your teacher and ask him or her about any questions if you have. And please, of course, for students especially, please make your sleep routine well working. What I mean, you might probably heard about 8 hours sleep. It is so important, especially in computer science and the medical, important for you to sleep 8 hours per day, because when you're sleeping, your brain is trying to memorize all your information. It's trying to make like a little bit more free memory for your new information for the next day. So if you keep not sleeping, keep playing the games, scrolling TikTok, scrolling Instagram all over, and thinking, I'm gonna be fine. I don't need to sleep. No, you need to sleep a lot, just like me right now because it's so late. So anyways, what you're gonna do is go to sleep, yes, and try to wake up. Actually, learn to wake up earlier and work something in the morning. Like in the morning, try to wake up, make some routine, maybe exercises, maybe making breakfast. Don't sleep until you have 10 minutes to go to your university. No way, it doesn't work like this. It's student time, like you guys in university, it's more serious. Here you don't have any teachers which will treat you like teachers in school when they running around you and saying, okay, please study. No way. Here, if you're studying, you will succeed. If you're not studying, you're gonna fail. It's no one's fault except you.
Лозунгом одного университета является фраза «Дерзай знать». Я желаю студентам нашего университета и факультета, и нашей кафедры быть дерзкими в этом направлении, узнавать новое, пробовать, пытаться, ошибаться. Самая замечательная пора – это студенческая пора, когда вы можете попробовать почти все. Когда я был студентом, я уже начал работать с первого курса. Разумеется, я работал не по специальности, но это дало мне ценный опыт, что все достается трудом. Потому что я признаюсь, я тоже учился на контракте, и мне нужно было оплачивать, и нужно было как-то возвращать деньги. Вот. И уже будучи второкурсником, я уже работал по специальности, давно какие-то проекты, поэтому не стоит ждать окончании университета стоит сейчас участвовать в хакатонах, соревнованиях, испытывать себя. Вот это мое пожелание каждому студенту, и надеюсь, оно дойдет до вас как можно раньше, потому что 2 года обычно студенты тратят на то, чтобы понять, зачем они учатся, куда они пошли. Если после 2 лет вы не поняли, значит, с вами что-то не так. Все, удачи.
Самое главное, надо выбрать язык, несмотря ни на что, просто постараться выбрать легкий язык для начала. Почему? Потому что сейчас, если ты выберешь трудный язык, ты его будешь долго изучать, и тебе будет одновременно трудно понять и будет очень долго понимать. Будет к какому цели проходить очень долго. А для этого советуется сначала выбрать легкий язык. Это не обязательно, чтобы ты с этим языком на всю жизнь. Нет, такого нету. Просто все языки, они логически одинаковые. Если ты хорошо знаешь Java, ты спокойно можешь перейти на Python за неделю, за месяц. Если ты не знаешь ни одного, ты если начинаешь с одного, потом переходишь на другого, таким образом 2-3 года ты можешь потерять. Как у меня уже так и было, да, и я очень много таких слышал, то у них тоже так было, да, это очень большая ошибка начинающих. Так нельзя никогда делать, просто надо выбрать чтобы именно научиться языку, рекомендуется Python или JavaScript или что-то подобное, похожее, потому что они разрешают тебе делать очень, у них нету такого стрикт, как это говорится, строгости нету. Из-за этого ты можешь много ошибаться, и тебе это разрешается, и тем временем ты быстро научишься, а после, когда ты уже хорошенько научилась самой логике программирования, потом ты уже можешь спокойно переходить на C#, на Java, тебе будет просто 1 месяц хватит уже. А если ты сразу начнешь с Java или с таких трудных языков, тогда ты минимум 1-2 года. Это как бы для тебя вообще это не нонсенс. И это во-первых. Во-вторых, обязательно надо практиковаться. Например, ты научилась, например, 10 тем, и надо постараться с этими 10 тем создать что-нибудь свое. Например, игру какую-нибудь, или же калькулятор, я не знаю. Любой какой-нибудь проект, сразу надо постараться это сделать. И таким образом ты будешь выявлять, где ты не знаешь, где ты ошибаешься, какие у тебя проблемы. Вот для этого очень-очень рекомендуется создавать самому. Это во-вторых. И очень с этим связано, обязательно надо тебе, как сказать, это как бы как жонглировать, учить жонглировать, да? Я тебе могу 100 раз объяснить, как жонглировать, но все равно ты этому не научишься. Программировать то же самое. Я тебе могу 100 раз то же самое объяснить, но в итоге, если я тебе скажу, давай создай что-нибудь, ты не сможешь создать, потому что это скилл. Тебе обязательно надо это руками научиться делать. Например, создавать какие-нибудь проекты, это самому надо как бы больше, это означает, ты что-то научился, сразу постарайся то же самое сама сделать, да? Вот таким образом, это натачивать свой скилл. И если ты будешь все вот эти 3 вещи делать, да, ты можешь где-то за полгода уже мидлом сразу, если ты... То, что я говорю, это очень трудно, но джуниором ты гарантия станешь, но для этого тебе придется как бы эти полгода как бы 8 часов, где-то в районе 8 часов, если будешь работать, сразу можешь перейти, но к сожалению, не все так могут над собой работать. Тогда получается где-то 1 год таким темпом, нормальным, стандартным темпом, 1 год для тебя нормально.
Большое спасибо.
Не за что.
So I think that you don't need any motivation. You just do something and then you receive motivation. It's the way. So you do something and then you get motivation. Then you continue doing that. So, but I would say that you shouldn't rely just on university, and you should get the responsibility on yourself and study a lot. Not studying in university is not enough actually. So do something for your future. That's my advice.
Okay. Do you have any advice to keep up in classes with a lot of subjects?
I would say we have not so much subjects, and it's really easy to study here. You should just attend classes and listen carefully to your teacher and do your homework every day. Think that you do it tomorrow or on weekends. Do it as soon as you get this task.
Okay, thank you.
First of all, we want to tell you that don't expect that everything will be put it on your mind here in university. You should study by yourself, you should find information by yourself, you should find any sites, any tutorials, any books, and I hope that you will understand this.
Hello guys. Yes, Natalia is right. My name is Fatima, by the way, and from university you can gain knowledge like 70 and 30%. 30% from university you can what you should learn, exactly like planning, study plan, right? And 70% is from you. You should study hard, search by yourself, and of course the main thing that university gives is community. You can find here like-minded persons and like единомышленники, you know? And from them you can gain more things than just expecting from university. For example, they can advise you to go somewhere and take an internship from them somewhere, or what is helpful for you. And with that, you can go further and study hard. Yes.
Yes, of course you need to find here friends which are also trying to find more knowledges, and they will motivate you to be a good professional in profession in your life.
Yes, and also I don't mean that from university you can't get so many things. Yes, from university here you can get even more helpful things, because they teach us from the latest like required things for programmers, for example. And if you learn them, you will be successful in your career. Yes. So this is a great place, I think, university, because they systemize everything what we need, and this is the main difference from courses.
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you very much for your advice.
Good luck.
Good luck.
My name is Mirhat. I'm from Home 19, and now I'm third grade. So I want to tell you about your freshmen. I want to tell you about how to study and live as a student. You know, you're not in high school. You're now a student, and if you think that that's the same as in high school, you're wrong. If you want to study smartly as a student, you have to be self-taught. Because you're a student now, you have to know how to study efficiently. I want to give you some advice about how to, some tips about how to do it. First of all, I think one of the crucial things to know is how to manage your time. When you have several subjects, you will have a lot of them, and a part of that you will have many things to do, and you have to know how to manage them properly, and that's why you have to know time management. You have to prioritize things, and that's the most important for you. That's why manage your time. Second, got used to self-taught. You have to always learn by yourself. That's why learn, be engaged to learning process by yourself. No one will say you anything. No one will force you. You have to force yourself. That's why learn, ask questions. That's important. Ask questions from hires, from seniors and teachers. Don't be shy. That's important too. Yes, that's the tips.
Okay, yes, thank you again.
Why IT? Like, why computer science faculty is so popular now? It's because today everything is about digital, right? Like, all this world, whole world is contains everything with technologies. And as you know, even those are like microwaves and the refrigerator, they all have the codes. They all have special codes which made it by engineers, which made it it has algorithms, it has logic to work in the way they work. It's all part of computer science. It's part of engineering, and today it's really important to the world. If you're feeling this is yours, if you're getting good at this, it is really good choice for you to be a computer scientist, because you're gonna change this world. Obviously, you're gonna make a lot of money. That's one of the reasons. But still, if you're gonna be really good and professional on your field of study, in your field of computer science, you are going to change this world. And I'm pretty sure, even though computer science isn't about only like doing a back end or doing a front end, obviously there's a lot of different kind of works to do. To not feel down just because if you don't understand back end or front end. Why you choose this? Because it's, as once again someone already told you this and you have seen about this a lot. This is a job of future. This is what we're gonna do in the future. Like, everything is digital, everything is about computers, about making new things. So yes, this is a field of really good opportunities if you work hard enough, if you get out of your comfort zone and actually do it today and stop saying, okay, tomorrow, you will succeed and you will see really good results of your hard.
And in the end, for our outro, I would like to make a conclusion and tell you the main tips. First of all is practice makes perfection. And I can even elaborate more than this, because you guys, as everyone said here, you need to practice a lot and don't stress about it too much. And also don't be disappointed if you see code and apps that might look pretty complicated. Just believe me, those who made such apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook, they all have practiced a decade or maybe decades. So don't compare yourself to them. You need time, and the only difference between you and them, like pro programmers, it's time and the effort they put into learning coding. Next one is, maybe you need a good team that inspires you, that pushes you to go out of your limits, who have the same mindset as you and who also might like to reach all the goals that you're putting for yourself. And some technical advices is always try to write your code clean. What I mean is write clear and readable codes along with your comments, which means it will be easier for you to understand later after the couple of years when you look at your code again, you will understand your code and your logic by your comments that you made it. And it also will let other programmers know what actually you did. And try to write meaningful and simple names for your variables and functions and whatever you're writing there. Always try to make sense. Do not use at the beginning it's fine to use like ABC as a variable, but time to time try to actually write it down what you mean and what are you using. And also there is no such big problem in coding. It's always small problems forms a big problem, so make sure to be careful and pay attention to what actually you're writing. Also, time to time, try to read a lot of books. All those resources that you need, you will find in books that our teachers always let us. In the beginning of the semester, they gave us books. Try to read them. Don't think you're bored when you're coding. It's a harsh truth, but you're not bored. You're just not motivated sometimes. And it's totally okay. Just take your time and come back later. And don't also believe too much in YouTubers, because there is like videos which might say top programming languages, and it may be old video, and there even comes Pascal, which is like really old right now. So don't believe the YouTubers, and don't believe those who says like you can succeed just in weeks or months. No, it's a hard time work, and you're gonna put your time and effort on it. And don't worry about time when you're learning coding, because it will take years. It won't take just a couple of weeks. It will take years before you actually understand what are you doing. Just make sure you're not giving up. Just wait, keep doing it and wait, because every good thing needs time. So don't hurry to make stuff done in overnight, right? So yes, that's it. That's our advices for you and you guys. I hope all of you will succeed in our field and you will enjoy your time, your studying time in our university. And I wish you good luck. Wish you everyone stay motivated and make good, successful careers. Also, Happy New Year. And if you will need any help or support, emotionally support, you can always come to us, to our seniors and juniors of our university, and we will try to help you out. And don't be shy to ask any questions, any help. We will be always there for you. Once again, thank you for your attention and good luck, all of you, and Happy New Year.